everyone, I'm Melissa here and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello everyone, I'm Melissa here and welcome to your Melissa Moment and welcome to Make It Monday. I hope you guys are all doing well. First thing I want to say, we're filming on a new laptop today, so it may look a little different than you're used to. Let me know in the comments if the quality of the video is good, is bad, you like the other one better. Let me know, because trying to get a good quality camera has been difficult. This is what we have today, so let's roll with it. Today, Make It Monday, I thought we could do a soup. We're still in winter here. It's still cold. Speaking of colds, kids are back in school, have been for a while. That usually always sicknesses start going around. You know what I mean? And I am doing my very best to stay healthy because I have a trip coming up that I do not want to be sick for. With that said, I feel like I'm getting sick. Now, it may just all be in my head because I'm so worried about it, but like I feel fine, but I have had a little bit of headaches. Now, I could also be caffeine and sugar withdrawal because I've cut back on those, but my nose is running. Now, it's weird because it's not stuffed up or anything, but every once in a while it just runs for no reason. And I also think my voice sounds different, although my husband says he can't notice, so it could all be psychological. But with that said, I came across a recipe I wanted to try. It is called Italian penicillin. It's supposed to cure a cold and make you feel better. It seems pretty simple and straightforward, so I thought we'd give it a try today. So I'll go over the ingredients that you're going to need, and then we're going to put it together. So obviously you're going to need a saucepan because you're making a soup, okay? Now I've halved this recipe because I'm really the only one that eats soup in this house. So this is only about half of the regular recipe. So if you want to make a full recipe, you're going to have to double these ingredients, okay? So what we're going to need is 2 cups of, they use chicken broth. I'm using vegetable broth. You can pretty much use any kind of broth you want though. But I'm going to use vegetable broth. This actually is leftover vegetable broth that I used to roast some vegetables with. So yeah, it's leftover. So it's a great way to use up stuff that you have in the fridge too. So 2 cups vegetable broth or broth of your choice. You're going to need 3 cups of water. You're going to need garlic. Now it says garlic cloves. I only have the minced garlic. It's fine. They're going to do 3 garlic cloves, but I like garlic. I don't usually measure out my garlic. I just kind of put in whatever I want. You're going to need 2 carrots. Now I have peeled them and quartered them. So 2 carrots. You also need 2 ribs of celery. Again, cut them up into like quarters or, strips. 1 whole onion, yellow onion or white onion. Then you're going to need a bouillon cube. I like to use this better than bouillon, but whatever. If you have that or a cube is fine. And then an orzo pasta. I believe that's it. You're also going to need a blender, okay? They use an actual full-size blender. You can probably use an immersion. No, you can't. I was going to say you can use an immersion blender. Actually, you can. An immersion blender or a full-size blender. They use a full-size, and that's probably what we will use when we get to that step, okay? So first thing you're going to want to do, turn your pot onto high heat. I probably should have done that while we were talking, but I didn't think that far ahead. Not a problem. So turn it on high heat because once we put all these ingredients in, we're going to want them to come to a boil. Okay? So I'm going to start by putting in my broth. 2 cups of broth. There are some onions in there too, because like I said, I leftover broth from when I roasted veggies, so that's fine. So 2 cups of broth, 3 cups of water, you're just going to put in your 2 carrots that have been peeled and quartered, just like this. Pop that in there. 2 ribs of celery. I've cut them up into strips. And then your onion, the whole thing. You don't have to chop it, just the whole thing. It goes in there too. Garlic. 3 cloves. Or, you know, whatever you want. I'm going to put the rest in my jar because there's really not a lot in here anymore. I also really like garlic. I think it's really good, especially, you know, to get rid of colds and sickness and stuff. So I've used up my whole jar. So far, you guys, that's it. Pretty simple, right? We're going to bring it to a boil, okay? We're going to bring it to a boil. Once it's at a boil, we're going to turn the heat to medium. Then we're going to cover it. Then we're going to leave it on medium heat for 45 minutes, okay? After that, we're going to come back and then we'll move on to the next step. Now, while the soup is souping, we want to cook our pasta, okay? So just cook it as instructed. Boil it until it's tender, whatever tenderness you like on your pasta. You can make that and set it aside, okay? So I'm going to do that. So let it come to a boil. Once it's boiling, turn it down to medium heat, cover it, let it be on medium heat for 45 minutes. During that time, cook your pasta, okay? Now you can cook as much pasta as you want. I'm just gonna cook a cup of dry pasta, okay? That's what I'm gonna do, but you can make as much or as little as you want to, all right? Because you're gonna keep it separate from the soup. So after that's done, we will come back and we'll move on to the next step, okay? We'll see you guys then. Okay, guys, it has been 45 minutes. It has been on medium heat with the lid on. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision because it smells so good in my kitchen right now. I also cooked my orzo. It made a lot. I only did a cup of dry, but it made probably like 3 cups of pasta. I just put half a cup in my bowl, okay? So that's here. So now that it's done, we're going to take the lid off. Oh my God, it smells so good. Okay, we are going to grab a blender. Now, like I said, you can use an immersion blender as well. If you're going to use an immersion blender, you still want to remove the vegetables from the broth because you want to keep some of that broth separate. We're not making necessarily a cream soup, okay? So you can use an immersion blender, just have to do it differently. Okay, so we are going to scoop all the vegetables out of the broth and put them in the blender, okay? Be careful, you don't want to burn yourself. I say that, and why do I feel like I'm going to end up burning myself? Okay. You guys, it smells so good. Okay. Okay. And and that whole onion. Don't forget about that whole onion, you guys. Okay, you want to get all your veggies out. All those veggies out. I see you hiding in there. I don't think so. Come on. Okay. I think is that it? Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, now you got all your veggies in here. You can see it's steaming. You also want to put in about a scoop of the broth. Okay, just because you want a little bit of liquid in there. Okay, put it on here. You're going to put your lid on, and then you're going to blend it until smooth. I've been having some issues with this blender. I'm a little concerned as well that this is hot ingredients. I'm going to put the lid on, and then it's going to get stuck. So bear with me if I struggle. Okay, it's going to get loud, guys. Here we go. That's just my blender being broken. You know what? I've been thinking about it. If and when I do get a new blender, I think I'm going to get the Vitamix. I've heard it and I've seen great things. Okay, let's try this again. She looks pulverized to me. Okay. Oh, good. It didn't get stuck. Okay, but look at all that. We don't want to lose any of that. We don't want to lose any of it. Come on. All those nutrients. Okay, that's good enough. Good enough on the nutrients. Okay. Bear with me, guys. If I don't rinse stuff immediately, my OCD goes crazy. Okay. Rinse. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Okay. Good enough. I already made a mess down here. Hang on. Already making messes. Cannot have that. Okay, now you're going to take your pureed soup and you're going to put it back into the broth. Be careful because it will splash, okay? So be very careful. Just put it all back in there. Okay. All back in there. Try to get as much out as you possibly can. It smells so good. Okay. I forgot a step. I was supposed to add in the bouillon to the mix. I forgot. Don't do what I did. Go back and put in 1 bouillon cube when you blend it. I'm just going to add it. It'll be fine because I'm not using a cube. I'm using the liquid kind of stuff, like the paste. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're fine. Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's right here. How can I forget? So, because I'm using the paste, I'm only going to put like a teaspoon because it's very concentrated. A teaspoon of this stuff. It'll be fine. Okay. Now, you'll probably also realize we haven't actually put in any salt, pepper, seasoning. Nothing besides just the veggies and the bouillon. And this could be enough. If you want to, you can put your spices in as your taste, okay? Now you're just going to mix it all together. You're just going to mix it all together. Because I forgot the bouillon, we're going to make sure it's mixed really well. Now, it does look kind of like a cream soup. If you prefer more of a liquid soup, you could just add more veggie broth. Okay? I'm going to bring it over to show you guys. Now, I don't want to spill. Okay. But this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like a carrot soup, right? Okay. Now, you take your orzo and you're going to spoon your soup over top of the orzo. However much you want. Grab a spoon. Now, another thing that they say you can do is add Parmesan cheese. I don't have Parmesan cheese. I also don't think I'd want to put Parmesan cheese on this, but you definitely can. New year, I'm trying to kind of, watch my intake on a few things. Okay, so this is it. It's very hot, but we're still going to try. We're going to try it. Okay? We're going to try it. I have high hopes for this. High hopes. Okay. It's good. But definitely needs some spices. I don't know if it's because I didn't put the bouillon in when I was supposed to. It is good though. Give me a minute. Let's add some salt and pepper. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to put salt in the soup and pepper. I love pepper, so don't judge how much I put in. Let's just give it all a little stir again. Give this a stir again. Try it one more time. Here we go. Better. Much better. It tastes so good. I know you guys don't want to just sit there and watch me eat soup all day, but I do really like this a lot. Another thing I want to do now that I have orzo is I want to try like a tomato orzo soup. I also want to make like a chicken lemon rice soup at some point, but that's pretty good. I don't know if it's necessarily going to go in my soup rotation. It's good. I like it. I think with some more added seasoning and spices, it could be, today, it's good. I wouldn't be mad if I got it at a restaurant. I wouldn't be mad if I paid money for it. It is easy to make. It does use basic ingredients. It is on the cheaper side to make, and it also is fairly low in calories. So those are all positives. So it's quite possible I would make it again, but like I said, definitely need to add in some seasonings. But that is it for your Make It Monday. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I can't wait to do another recipe with you next Monday. We'll see you guys then. Bye.